house, and that's still selfish. But I don't want to put like a lot on my wife. Like I don't want it to be, all the kids in the house and she in there, she trying to do her thing, making sure getting ready for work.
That's working together.
Yeah. Or like even like with her sons, them two cool motherfuckers though. Like they, like I want to see them. Like I can't wait to see what they turn out to be when they get older. Cause the shit that be on their mind, Joe. Like I had them sit down and do a podcast. I ain't never put it out. I got it edited, jump. And I was like, man, talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Like I didn't give them no subject matter, no nothing. I said whatever y'all want to talk about, y'all go ahead and do it. And the younger one, Colin, he was like, he asking his brother, he's like, they introduced themselves from Chris and Colin, and we here for, I thought they called like King's Corner or some shit they called it. And he was like, and Colin was like, all right, so Chris, who do you think has more power, black people or white people? Y'all talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. So, they did their introduction. So he was like, Chris, who do you think who has more power? Black people or white people? And then Chris even thought about it. He was like, well, what do you mean by power?
How old are they?
9 and 11.
Wow.
9 and dog.
And that's the first thing they said?
And that was the first thing they talked about. And I was like, I'm sitting there like, man, what the fuck? So I had to stay there and watch. Because I was going to just hit record and walk off. I was like, man, fuck this. I'm about to watch it. Yeah. I want to see what they talk. And they just.
I'm interested.
I'm going to say, I ain't even going to spoil it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to put it out and let people see it. Because they responses and the reasons that they had for why each race had more power, like the shit actually made sense. And I'm like, young, how the fuck do y'all even know this shit, bro? Like, it's fucking, the nigga Colin was 7. Was he 7? 7? Yeah, he was 7. And I think I took his mother to the store, him and his brother sitting in the back of the car. And just out of nowhere, he was like, because they call me Mr. Dirk. So he was like, Mr. Dirk, can I ask you a question? I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he was like, why do white police shoot black people and they never get in trouble? And I couldn't even give him an answer. And the first thing came to my mind was like, because they some bitch ass niggas. And I was like, nope, can't say that.
Right.
Can't give him that way. And I was just like, and I really had to think. And I was like, man, it's, and I pretty much, I gave him in my heart I knew it's a bullshit answer. And I was like, God just works things out in a certain way. Not as a bullshit answer. It's a legitimate answer, but it's an answer that I gave because I had nothing else. And I was just like, God does things in the way that he does them, and we don't understand it.
You put that on God?
Well, number one, because it's true.
Well,
but then number two, because I had nothing else. Like, I literally had, for a 7-year-old, I had nothing. For a grown man, I have, because they some bitches, because niggas was probably getting picked on when they was in school by black people, and now they got a badge and a gun and they out here doing this bullshit.
They was taught hate, or they're scared. Like, most of them are scared.
What you scared
because they don't know us.
What you scared
They don't know us. That's why they scared. They go off of what they see on
shit.
TV.
You don't have to know
So when they
nothing.
get around us, they shook.
You don't have to know nothing.
They don't view us as people.
I saw something where they was
view us
training
as
this.
thugs.
They was training this. That super predator shit is bullshit. And they use that as an excuse to do what the fuck it is they do. They some fuck niggas. They some straight bitches.
I don't disagree.
You give a badge and a gun to a bitch ass nigga and you allow him to do bitch ass nigga shit and you don't hold that nigga accountable. Not only is he a bitch, his boss is a bitch and his boss's boss is a bitch. Fuck all three of them. Hands down, yo. Straight like that. It ain't no way in hell. I seen something. They trained this lady
at all.
And they was showing this lady how they train the police. And it was like, we just gonna do a typical traffic stop. That's it. She gets behind the car, she puts her lights on, car stops, she gets out the car, she starts walking to the car. The nigga just hops straight out the car with a gun and start just start bucking. And she like, oh shit. And I'm like, how fucking often does that happen? Like, yo, that shit might happen 1 out of every 100,000 stops across the fucking globe. Across the globe. Not across the nation, across the globe. Like, come on, bro.
There's a flip side to that, but I don't want to sit here like I'm defending the action.
No, don't get me wrong. I got a couple homies, and they police. And we still, to this day, we still homies. I don't hold that against them.
Right.
Because I know where they came. Well, one of them, I know where he came from. The other guy, he's dating my cousin. But me and him had the chance to sit down and talk. And he's a white guy. Mm-hmm. But he's not one of these bitch-ass racist white police. Now, shout out to DC police and PG County. Y'all not as fucked up as some of these other places. Y'all really not. But both of these guys, they DC police. And one black, one white. And even with the black guy, like we was talking, I went to church with him when we was kids. We grew up in the church. Mm-hmm. And we was talking to another guy that we went to church with, we grew up with. And he was talking about, how fucked up it is with the police and the shit that they do, this, that, and the third. And being a dude, like, not defending police actions, but trying to explain to him a day-to-day in the mindset of, like with me, when I'm out on the block, I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing. I see the feds coming. I'm trying to go home. Like, you not about to stop me from making it home tonight, bro. And whatever it is I got to do to get home, I'm going to do that. What is the police thinking? I'm trying to do my job and go home. I'm out here trying to get money and go home. You trying to do your job and go home. We both trying to go home. And whatever the fuck we got to do to make it home, so be it. Now, that don't mean that I'm a whacker nigga to go home.
Yeah, especially when you don't have to.
Bingo.
That's not excuse.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen millions of videos where they have tased black, white, Mexican, Asian, whoever they had to tase
the hell out of
people. Stop that nigga from moving so you can handcuff him and lock him up. Now, I've seen millions of videos. Well, I'm keep saying millions. I've seen maybe hundreds of videos where they got tased and hundreds of videos where they got shot. You know what I'm saying? And in most of the videos that I see, now it's me having the mindset that I have. There have been a few times when I've been like, yeah, do I think they should have shot that nigga? Fuck no. But do I still think that nigga should have choked the fuck out? Hell yeah. It's one thing if you don't want to go to jail. I get it, bro. I understand that shit. I've had them days where if they put their hands on me, I'm going to steal the shit out of this.
This is what I like. It's too many instances where we're not getting shot running away. We're getting shot laying on the ground. Yeah. Subdued already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them have to stop. But like, definitely, like, you have a person on the ground.
You already got them down. And it's like 2 or 3 y'all. It ain't like it's one of 2 or 3 y'all.
That's definitely excessive force.
Dog, they had a jump where the Spanish dude walked into the police station with a knife in his hand. Now, in my mind, I was like, yeah, he was just trying to get locked up. He probably was trying to get locked up so he can get inside the jail and get at a nigga. Or he just was on some, I just don't want to be out in the streets no more. I'm just trying to go somewhere else. And I know I can go to jail real quick if I do this. But either way you look at it, all they did, they seen him with the knife. And it took a minute. Like, he was in there just chilling, standing there. Not even, there's people standing around him. He ain't even fuck with him. He just there with the knife. And the police dude came out and like looked and then noticed what it was like, oh shit. And just pulled his gun out. Was like, nigga, hey, what the fuck, da-da-da. Man came out, then it was like 4, 5, 6, 7. And they tased him. He went down, they cuffed him, they took him away. That's it. The end. It ain't nothing else to it. If a nigga is walking down the street and you tase a nigga, if he on boat, nigga he's straight bolted up. You tase this nigga, he ripped the tasers out, he's still walking with a knife. You hit him with another taser, he ripped them jumps out, he's still walking with a knife. Then he run at you. What do I think? I honestly don't know. I can't even call it. If I'm on it, I'm gonna say it like this. If it's me, you bolted out, you like all the way gone, you lunched out, all that shit, and you come running at me with a knife, and I got a zone on me, I'm aiming at your head, bro. Like, I'm gonna stop you right there, because as far as I'm concerned, you coming to kill me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of you.
If we know that, like, first of all, police aren't supposed to handle situations one person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that has to be a team effort in a situation like that.
But
like, you're supposed to be trained for those situations. You don't do anything except keep people safe and you call for backup.
But now, in keeping people safe, the same boated guy is in a community full of people. Mm-hmm. Now you got to make a decision. It's like
what you do. I can't tell nobody how to be a police.
I'm looking at it from their side and my side. If we had the same mindset as to this nigga is trying to fuck somebody up, and he got this knife, and he probably gonna come at me. Now, as long as you not coming at me, we good. Mm-hmm. If we in the hood, like if I'm out here chilling with my family and you come all bolted up and shit, yeah, if you running any of these niggas, I'm gonna whack you, dog. Like I'm gonna put you down fast. Why would the police be any different? But now that's in that situation. If a nigga running from you,
why would the police be different? Because that's not what they're supposed to do. They are supposed to protect and serve.
So you gotta hit that nigga with the taser.
So the police are supposed to do everything they have to do before they kill you. Yeah. The police should whoop the hell out of you before they kill you.
I don't even want that shit.
No, I'm just saying. But that's better than being dead.
It's better than being dead.
You know what I'm saying? The police should do that before they kill you.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do everything they possibly can do before they kill you.
If you riding in a car and you got your gun in the car and you tell the police, I have a gun, it's sitting right here. My hand's 10-2. I got a gun and it's right there. All right, bet. Don't move. I'm not moving. Pop, pop. He moved. No, he didn't, motherfucker. You shot because you nervous. I got a gun. Now, if I tell you I got my hands at 10-2, I got a gun in the car.